Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We here. We live.
We live. We
You know what I'm
live.
saying?
Live. Yes, sir.
A little pilot, you know what I'm saying? Just to work the kinks out, people, my people. But we appreciate y'all here rocking with us, man. The Toe Sports Show, man. Uh yeah, man. Episode 1. How you feeling, Steve?
Man, I feel good, man. I feel good. Really, really excited about the show, man. Can't wait to get into this college football. You know, we always been talking college football for a minute, man. And I really just can't wait, man, to just get into some of these topics, man, and really be able to just kind of, get your opinion on stuff and get my opinion on stuff, man, and see what the other people see what the people think too.
Facts, facts, facts. Now we're gonna go through a few things today, man. Like, we just doing a little hour, 40, 45 minutes hour thing today. But we definitely want to get everybody feedback, you know what I'm saying? Excuse for the janky background, you know what I'm saying? I had to do what I had to do. But I always gotta represent when I'm on, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Saint. We here. I see little baby get UGA joint back there, you know what I'm saying? Little something, something.
Yeah, just a little saltiness, man. You know, we champ the trophy on the way. I have the trophy sitting up here. I think
Oh,
next,
buddy.
man.
Oh, buddy. Yeah, man, that was the worst thing that can happen, man. In case y'all don't know, um, this right here, just how it all started. I'm a Florida Gator fan, as you can see. Steve here, UGA fan. We just happened to be in the same group talking sports, and we just was going at it, man. And there's not too often where you find somebody who can duel with you with the facts, and you know what I'm saying, and talking the trash and everything, and keep it funny. And ever since then, man, we just been going back and forth. So we here, man. We was like, look, just bring it to a better platform on 910 Sports. I'm already affiliated with them. We do a show every Sunday morning, 8:15 Eastern time, and it just felt like the natural progression, man, is to do this college football thing.
Yeah, man. Shout out to 910 Sports, man. I love the fact that everybody's had me welcome me with open arms at 910 Sports, and definitely excited, man, about the platform and just seeing what we're gonna be able to take this whole thing and just to be a part of it, man. I'm just thankful and grateful. Shout out to Icon and Jacob the Great and Crystal. Definitely, man. Sunday mornings, y'all definitely tune in. We have a good time, man. We really do.
All right, but so look, man, we here. We're gonna go through the first thing. First things first. QBU, man. QBU. You don't hear
QB.
all you hear is DBU, LBU, running back U. You don't never hear nobody talk about the quarterbacks. And I ain't gonna
That's
lie,
true.
man. It was some hard it was some research that had to go into this thing right here, boy.
Yeah, I think every week, man, we'll come on here and kind of discuss a position, at least until we get up to spring ball and get to some live practice and some, really get some real content to really talk about when it pertains to the season. We'll have like what we call barbershop talk, and I think like the who's the you. So this is the name of the segment that we
Right.
have, and we're gonna break down the position and kind of break down the schools that we think and are the best at putting out that particular position. So we're gonna start with the quarterback, man. You can't win without a quarterback. That's what they say. Quarterback is the most important position. So Ken, man, if you had to rank DB QBU, who you got as your number one for
Uh,
QBU?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I only could think of uh two relevant ones, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, without having to go back to 2002. Uh I had Ohio State as my number one,
Oh,
simply because we talking about college, specifically college, right? Success of quarterbacks. Ohio State has they always have somebody there. They JC Barrett, Cardell Jones, Justin Fields. You know what I'm saying? Then you got CJ Stroud. Like they always have that quarterback that comes in and it's always producing. They always in the run for the playoffs, the championship, the Big Ten title. So they always there, man. And the quarterback is always a big part of what they do. Now we ain't talking about when they get to the pros, you know what I'm saying? But as far as college is concerned, um, that's who I had. And then my part two, I had Oklahoma,
Okay.
simply because of success. But they didn't nurture any of those quarterbacks. So when I look at QBU, I look at somebody that comes in, maybe it's a freshman, sophomore, stay there for 2, 3 seasons, that comes up.
Okay.
Baker transferred in. I think he was one and done. Tyler was, I think, one and done. Jalen was like a one and done. So they always bring in the guy, have success, and they go. So I haven't really seen them really have anybody legit for a long time. So what about you?
Okay. So I actually myself, man, I had Oklahoma as number one. And I even forgot about Jalen Hurts. I really did. But you got Sam Bradford, who was drafted, highly recruited, came in, like you said, he stayed there a few years, and he got drafted first round. Kyler Murray was drafted first round out of Oklahoma. Baker won the Heisman and got drafted first round. And you even got Landry Jones, who was drafted with them guys
Yeah,
too. So if I'm gonna go give anybody the title of QBU, I have to go with Oklahoma first. And then second, man, I probably shock you or surprise you with this one. I kind of got USC on there. I got Carson Palmer, Darnold,
I,
Sanchez, and Mark Liner. It was hard.
hey
Like
man,
you said, we're not talking about what they do in the pros. If we were talking about what they do in the pros, then completely not. But I got to put USC on there, and then after that, it's kind of like I got three schools tied. I got FSU with Jameis Winston, EJ Manuel, and Christian Ponder. I know.
it's like
They did in the pros,
he starts well, you like,
but just them. Then I got Cal with Steve Bar. I know back in the '60s, but Steve Barkowski. I'm an Atlanta fan, so I got Steve Barkowski, Aaron Rodgers, and then Jared Goff. So I
I
still
mean,
had to tie them into
can
that
you
too.
can you even put in Bama? I mean, as far as they consistently, because Jalen was there, then Tua, then Matt Jones. Before them, they had Blake Sims. They had hell, every quarterback.
None of those guys got drafted. See, so I look at your
Yeah,
success
okay,
that you have in college, but you got to be able to say, "Oh, you got drafted somewhere," for me to just give you that title and to put you up there with QBU. Like I said, I got FSU and Louisville. You got Teddy Bridge, Lamar
yeah,
Jackson won the Heisman. You know
yeah.
what I mean? I like them too. I like them too. I like them. So I had Oklahoma, USC, and then I said I had three-way tie with Cal, FSU, and Louisville. I had those three there.
Hey man, that ain't a bad list. That's not a bad list. Um, not bad at all. Now, yeah, man. USC was a hard one for me. That's who popped in my head first, but I was like, but what have they done since 2004? But when you think perennial QBs, you have USC, like that run that they have,
They
then
did. They
then
did, man.
if
They
they'd have
did.
had a legit system in place, they probably would have kept Young from going to Bama because
Yeah, he from California.
yeah, modern day kid.
JT Daniels is a
Daniels,
California kid too. So Cal produces the quarterbacks, but as we know, the schools who you got out there, UCLA, Oregon, none of
yeah,
those schools have been relevant since what BCS times, maybe.
yeah,
Chip Kelly was the last
yeah.
one that had the Oregon that may have been relevant out there. So, yeah, it's hard to give those schools credit. It's hard to give Bama credit because you think about all
Yeah.
the great players around those quarterbacks. You can have really an average quarterback and he can excel because he's got dynamic players all around him. You got all 5 stars in front of you, so nobody's touching you. You got
Mhm.
5-star receivers that are the best at 6'5", 6'6", Julio Jones running down, streaking down the line. So I mean, yeah. Oh, and Auburn, they mentioned Auburn with Stidham and Cam Newton, but I mean, he can really go to Florida. I mean, you can call Cam Newton the Florida guy, and you can get y'all him and Tebow. So I mean, it just depends on kind of where you want to go with that. But.
Yeah. Well, talking about where I want to go, you know what I'm saying? I want to give a little shout out to one of our sponsors, one of our supporters, Mainstay Construction. You know, they're the premier contractor in Northern Georgia to specialize in roofing, gutters, and renovation, and they're able to handle everything from the ground up. So shout out to my boy Paul Mahari, who is a UGA good guy. You know, I don't find too many of those. You know, you talk about UGA and good guys. You know, I count them on one finger. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't one for the TV. But
Yeah.
but yeah, yeah, he a good guy, man. He definitely gonna be checking in with us throughout the season and things like that. So shout out to his company, Mainstay Construction out there in Georgia. By that. So number two, man, NFL draft coming up. You know, Mel Kiper and those guys, they're gonna have about 18 mock drafts before.
Mock
Yeah,
drafts, man. Mock drafts.
um,
Mock drafts. That's all I've been seeing. Mock draft. I even did one myself for the Falcons. I'm not gonna lie. I did. I have them.
I mean, you know, you keep, you know, your team, like my team, the Raiders. So you know what your team need, what you look for. So you know, and they never right. Those insiders never, the draft analysts never right.
No.
I mean, they can hire us. We could just pick out the hat
Man,
the way they be doing, man.
Mel Kiper been doing it. Mel Kiper been doing this thing for about 30 years, and I think they showed a clip. They had like a YouTube clip, and they showed like every draft he was wrong. Like they just showed it, man. He be all over the place sometimes with it.
Yeah,
So,
bro, it's bad.
Yeah, anybody can do that, man. You just got to sound good and sound confident in what you're saying. Say it with your chest, and they'll put you on the ESPN, man, with that. But who you got overrated, man? Who you think is the most overrated player if you're looking at this draft? Who you think everybody's high on and praising, and that you really kind of like?
I got three. I got three of each, right? So my overrated list: Kenny Pickett, you know, the QB from Pitt.
Oh yeah.
I think he overrated. And Matt Corral, I think he's overrated. I think the QB, every year they try to make the QBs like they're the best to ever come out, and I think this may actually be one of the worst QB classes. Just overall, I don't think there's anyone that really stands out to be like, yo, that's that dude. They just ain't got it this year. I don't see it. I think this year might be the year, unless a team is desperate for a quarterback. You're gonna see QBs kind of fall this year. And then the last one I got Jordan Davis, man, defensive tackle for the University of Georgia, man. Yeah, man. Look, and it's not because I'm and look, and it's not being biased.
Yes,
I know the Florida all around me, but when I look at it, like the hype that he got this year, he is because he is very big, very swift, very fast. He's very athletic. I'm gonna give him that. He's an athlete.
You have named all the reasons why he's a first round pick, but go ahead.
None of that has to do with plugging the hole, getting to the quarterback. I mean, it does to an extent, but what he can do as far as running line to line fast is great. But he was getting blocked one on one a lot of times this season. Like he benefited from a great defensive line. Like UGA this year was incredible as far as their defense, especially their defensive line. But I just don't see it. His stats were basic. I mean, like when you compare him to Javon Dexter or any other main defensive tackle, I don't see the hype. I don't see first round, top 20 guy.
But the crazy part is, bro, I looked at 5 mock drafts last night to talking about this, and only one had him in the first round going to the Green Bay Packers at 30. Everybody else had him lower. I actually have him as one of my underrated picks because what he does on the defensive line, you're not going to see in the stat sheet. He's not Aaron Donald. He's not that type of defensive line.
Right.
He's there to take up 2 tackles, the tackle and guard. He's there to eat up the tackle and guard and let the linebacker make the plays. That's exactly what his job is. That's all he's there to do. Even in one-on-one situations, he's usually trying to go over and lean over and knock over another offensive lineman because, again, he's there to create lanes for the linebackers. So the stats probably won't show up, but his effectiveness, man, what he does on the field, he's a first down, second down, and third down player, bro. At that size, that is very, very rare, bro. And on third down, yeah, he you can put it. I think you can put him in there in a one-on-one situation, and he, like you said, he's gonna eat. You say you didn't see enough this year, but you got to think Kirby. They rotate him off the field. He's not staying on the field. He's not the only defensive tackle. You got Jalen Carter, 88, who's even more talented than him that y'all gonna see next year. He's going to be probably the first or second pick off the board, just because he is that Aaron Donald, smaller guy, fast like lightning, strong as heck, comes in on goal line packages and plays fullback. He's more of what you're going to probably be looking for in your defensive tackle and what you want to do as a first high round, as a high pick. Me personally, I wouldn't take Jordan top 10, but if I'm a defense where I got outstanding linebackers, but my defensive line is kind of suspect, Dallas ain't got but nobody. What they got? Dexter Lawrence. That's it. They don't have nobody in the middle. If Dallas got a big guy in the middle, oh man,
I got something for that Dallas pick that you'll be happy with. But like I said, I think Jordan Davis. I think it's great upside. It's one of those things to where if he locks in and put in that work, sky's the limit.
That's it. That's the key. That's the key. It's going to be more him. He's like the Zion type thing to me. Are you going to go somewhere where they help you and help you grow as a man, help you get your weight together? Because if you balloon, you're not going to be able to do the same things you do. So I agree. Right. He's going to have to go to a situation where they got a proper nutritionist set up. He got a coach that's hard on him and stays on him like Kirby was. Because if not, man, when you get that pro money and nobody's really there to tell you what to do like that, you're not a student. Yeah, his weight could go. He could blow up, man, and he can be. It's another example of a defensive lineman that was highly touted, but just got lazy and just so you can think of a few defensive linemen. I can't think of one off the top of my head.
It happens, man. It happens. That's the crazy part. Definitely
man. He got if we can stay at a good playing weight, which is about 325, 330, stay away from 350, he'll be good.
Right. Now, who you got?
He was my underrated because again, I only see him in one first round pick.
Oh, overrated. Round.
Overrated. I got an old dude from Michigan. Hutchinson. I actually like Kayvon. I like Kayvon a whole lot better, bro. I don't even think the dude from Michigan was the best defensive end on his team. Hutchinson. I like what's his name? Debo. Debo. Yeah. I like him better because he's more versatile. I watched Michigan play against Georgia, and Hutchinson had 0 tackles, 0 sacks because he was just getting shut down. He's playing against inferior offensive linemen all year up there in the Big 10 or Big 12, Big 10.
Some shit.
They playing against Iowa. Iowa used to be good back in the day when it comes to linebackers and linemen, but man, he got to those championship game and he didn't show me anything. I at least expected for him to be beating. We had a rookie tackle, bro. We had a rookie left tackle playing against Michigan that first game.
Yeah,
and he did nothing.
Man, I agree 100%, bro. Like it was definitely. I was like top pick, top 3, boy. Hell no. Nah.
He reminded me of Rashard Gary. You remember Rashard Gary? He gave me that Rashard Gary feel coming out of Michigan where everybody was high on him. And he's in Green Bay just now 3 years later because he's going into a contract year. He's just now kind of making a few plays. But again, Michigan, I don't know. I haven't been a fan of drafting Michigan players for a long time. And that ain't changed.
Right. That's a fact. Man. So who you got as your underrated?
I had Jordan Davis, man, because like I said again, I didn't have nobody showing in the mock draft him in the top round, in the first round. I actually had everybody had second round grades on him, which again, when you're a specialty defensive player like him, he's a one gap, a gap player. You know what I mean? He's not going to move around the defensive line. You can't really shift him and move him, in my opinion. He's going to have to go to a team that needs that specific person. And is that a first round pick? Do you really, you know what I'm saying? Are you going to go reach like that? Maybe at the end of the first round. I can see like the Patriots taking him late. They use them type of players. They run that type of a defense where he has to play that anchor, that 3-4-4-3 over type defense.
Right.
So I had Jordan Davis, and then I know you said no quarterbacks, man. I really don't like none of these quarterbacks either. I think they had the quarterbacks overrated. Matt Carroll going in the top 10. I think I seen to Washington. I wasn't a fan of that. I seen another draft that had them taking Malik Willis, the prospect out of D2.
Right.
And I just
Right.
again I'm not a fan of reaching for quarterbacks. I
Mhm.
look at what the San Francisco 49ers did last year, and they spent that pick on moving up and gave those draft picks to move up for Trey Lance. But really, Jimmy G got them to the same spot. So really, was that pick worth it, or could you have drafted a defensive player, a defensive back with that first pick that could have helped you stop the Rams from going down the field like that? See what I'm saying? So when you come to reaching for quarterbacks, man, I don't think it ever really works out. Look at Philadelphia, and they reached up and got Carson Wentz. Now where's he at? So I just look at certain situations, man. I'm not for reaching for quarterbacks. If my team is bad enough when I'm picking in the first top 5 and it's a quarterback available and I need one, I'm gonna pull the trigger. But if I'm not picking up there that high and I got to trade my future away for a quarterback, I've never been a fan of that. That's just me as a GM. I put my GM hat on. None of these quarterbacks, all of these quarterbacks are overrated. If you ask me, all of them, man. None of them have played to the level I can say, oh man, this is a surefire first pick. This dude, I'm a Falcon fan. We need a quarterback. I wouldn't want none of these guys with none of the picks. Pick all defense. Don't pick none of
Right.
these quarterbacks.
All right. Before we
So
go on, we gotta take a brief commercial break. If you don't know, we
pay
also
some
affiliated with
bills.
Diesel Radio, and they're gonna run some ads, man. So we're gonna give them a few seconds to get this stuff off. All right, man. We back, man. We back. We back. All right, man. So that was you. You had two. Was that your third?
That was good. That was it. That's all I had, man. I really that was it. Far as that over under, man. That's all I had far as today.
All right. So let me do my underrated,
Who
which I
you
was
got?
surprised when I started researching. John Mechie, man. They got this boy going in the second round, the late, and I'm like, and I understand because of the risk factor, as far as the injury when it happened. But boy,
Mm,
let that man slip back to the you tripping. Let's not forget who
yeah,
the guy at Bama was this year before he was that guy before he
yeah.
got hurt. You know what I'm saying? And the way these guys are bouncing back from ACLs and Achilles, man, ain't nothing but a high ankle sprain at this point. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what I was going to say. The way that they put you back together now, man, that's not even a risk anymore. It used to be a risk at some point to take somebody after a major injury that late in the season, but now, man, at this point, shoot, it's not a risk at all, man. I don't understand why people wouldn't want to draft him if you need a wide receiver. He trust
Man,
me, he torched us. Trust me, bro. Trust me.
but hey,
I
it's
have
it's
nothing
it's
but
crazy.
positive
It's
things to say.
crazy. I saw that. I was like, you're crazy. Then I gotta give some love to the trench boys. Trevor Penning, he's an O lineman. If you watched the Reese's Senior Bowl. He was
Senior
out there
Bowl.
making
Yep. Yeah,
enemies. He was
killing.
making enemies, boy. They was mad at him, boy. He was putting boys in the dirt, and it reminds me of Quinn Meaners from the
Ah, yeah.
Broncos
Yeah,
that
yeah,
came
yeah.
from last year that was killing
Yep.
everybody. Like when it comes to that O line play, man, I think it's more exposure than skill because it's only so much you can do, setting the block, you know what I'm saying? So you got guys that's on, FCS, maybe D3, D2 that could easily be D1, because lineman is more of a heart thing than just skill. You can
I
teach
got you.
technique, but it's that heart that you can't gauge. And he a dog. And I think if you make it to the third round, man, you trip third, second round, man, get that boy. If you need a tackle or somebody that could possibly slide to right man, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a steal. He's gonna be somebody that's special. And then last, yo, I'm a Gator fan, right? I bleed
Yeah,
orange
man.
and
Give
blue.
me one. Who
The
you got?
Kobe Dean, man, they got that man going at the towards the end of the first round. They have linebackers just starting towards the end. A lot of the ones I saw recently, they had them going like 19, 20, and it's not a bad place for a guy. But for a guy like him, when you look at what Michael Parsons did with Dallas,
Crazy,
how do you let Parsons 2.0 do that? How do you let him go back that far? And I'm telling you,
bro.
I saw a mock that had him going back to the Cowboys. And if he get to the Cowboys, y'all,
It's
it's
gonna
gonna be
be
a problem
crazy.
because
It's
him
going to be
and
crazy.
Parsons is gonna be a problem because they don't want to play
I agree.
Vanderish. They got rid of old boy already. Them two
Jalen Smith.
is going to be a problem. I'm telling you. So that's why
Yeah,
I would say he's underrated. He a
yeah,
top 10 pick, man.
yeah.
Somebody gonna miss out on a stud player, man, for sure.
Man, listen. I'm hoping the Falcons go defense. I know we got so many issues with Calvin Ridley. I know we're not gonna go into the NFL portion of this thing, but we got so many issues, man. But listen, if he's there at, I think we pick 8, man, come on, man.
You
You
got to,
you can't
man.
miss him. Bro. He's a game changing linebacker.
Yeah.
You've seen it firsthand. He
Uh,
is a Roquan Smith
he makes plays, man.
2.0.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
Roquan. He might even have better hands than Roquan.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. That's hard to say. But yeah, Kirby drafted him. Kirby went and got him out of
Yeah.
Mississippi and said,
That's
"You
right.
are the
He
next
drafted him.
Roquan." And he lived up to every hype. And now we got a new one coming in this year, and he's gonna be the next. And
Don't worry about
what's
that.
it, Marvin Jones? So
We
yeah.
don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. You're about to fall off.
Mhm.
But yeah, man. So here we are. We rolling, man. Top 5 teams of all time. Now,
Woo!
I'm letting you know, I'm prefacing this now. You know what I'm saying? When I go to these groups and start spreading online, and people are like, why you ain't put the 1937 Notre
Yeah, I don't
Dame?
listen. I didn't go past 2000. I didn't go past 2000.
I get it. I get it. I am a victim of my age. I am a victim of relevancy. It is what it is. I did not watch the Ohio State Michigan game from
1947.
1958. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I did. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They could have been the greatest team. It is what it is.
Talking about
You know what I'm saying?
Wisconsin in 54, bro. I know nothing about
I know
Wisconsin in
nothing about. I know nothing about.
1954.
I'm sure they were tough.
Bro, I can't hear you. Can you hear me? I can't hear nothing you saying, bro. You done cut out. You back on mute. Now I can hear you.
All right. All right, you go.
So the team I had, my number one team all time,
Start with well,
5.
no, you start. You start.
No, I go 5. I thought 5. So 5. I had the 2002 Buckeyes. I had the 2002 Buckeyes. The way that they took down that Miami team that had, I know that Miami fan gonna get mad. I know he's gonna be mad. He's gonna be hot about that. I know it's a pass interference. I understand. I watched the game too. I understand that.
Right.
But that team, when you look back at that 2002 Buckeye team, man, I think they were superior, man, to just about every position. They had All-American or All-Star at some point in their career. You know, it might not have been all the same year, but every team, every position, they had an All-American. They were pretty good. Number 4, man, I gave credit where credit was due. 2008 gave us. All right, we'll move on. Number 3, we got 2009 Bama. Now that's the team that had Mark Henry, Deontay Hightower, I believe. Might have even had Julio there in 2000. Now did Julio leave in 2008? I think y'all might have ran Julio off in 2008 when y'all beat.
Yeah, I think that's was that the Amari? No,
ran Julio off.
Yeah, they had
that team. They had all NFL, you know what I mean? It's like that's when Nick Saban had really started the machine and they were really rolling. I think that 2009 Bama team was probably the best team he had. They just looked different when they got on the field. They were all bigger, stronger, and that was the team I think that kind of Nick Saban flag.
Yeah.
It started the rolling. Number 2, I had the 2001 Miami team. Man, come on. I mean, 2001 Miami, Clinton Portis, Philip Buchanan. I can keep going with the name. Jeremy Shockey.
Anybody.
Come on, man. You know that team was that. I mean, that was like the team of the 90s. They had an all-pro team, basically.
Sean Taylor backing up.
Sean Taylor coming off the bench. Come on, bro.
Yeah, Willis McGahee backing up Frank Gore.
Come on, but Clem Portis. They had Willis McGahee, Clem Portis. They had
names, right?
They had all these running backs, bro, in suit at one time. All you literally have to do is turn around and hand the ball off, bro. And
Andre
they
Johnson.
do the rest.
I
was gonna say you got Andre Johnson on the outside, and you got Jeremy Shockey at tight end. He was the first really tight end that we had seen that was like a receiving tight end. Yeah. They weren't just blocking anymore. He could block, but bro had hands. You know, he was doing one-handed catches and tattoos all down his arm. So, you know, that was Miami's last hoorah. But, you know, I mean, they had the team. That team was sharp. And number 1, the 2021 Georgia Bulldogs.
Oh, Jesus.
You know that. The best defense statistically in the history of college football. Best defense. And yeah, they had that one loss, but so did the Gators had that one loss in 2008 too. So it don't matter. One loss don't hurt you. And we lost to a great team. We lost to the Heisman winning quarterback. Come on, man. But statistically, this defense is the greatest defense ever, bro. Giving up 2 yards a game rushing. 2. Now ain't no typo, bro. 2 yards average rushing. Come on, man.
Hey, AR-15
in that game, bro. We beat y'all in 2 minutes. The last 2 minutes of the game.
Look, it took that. It definitely took that. It definitely took that because that's all the difference was. Man, look.
But this defense, man, only because of the defense, man, is legendary. And the offense wasn't bad. I mean, there's no game that I looked at. This offense scored over 21 points in every game they played. So, and I'm not talking about just from defense giving them the ball in plus field position. They literally could drive the field from anywhere. So this 2021 Georgia Bulldog team to me would beat any team. And I mean any team. And we'll talk about that later on.
We'll talk about that later. This boy crazy.
We'll talk about that
later. This boy crazy. All right, man. I'm gonna go with my top 5. You know what I'm saying?
Who you got?
Number 5, I got that 2019 LSU team. Them boys literally
I forgot about this.
They literally did what they wanted, how they wanted to everybody they played against. That defense was stout. They had the edge. They had the DB. They were a complete team. But that offense, Burrow they did what they wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Like it just was crazy. But they had number 5. You know what I'm saying? Number 4, I'm with you. I put my Gators at 4 because I'm realistic, man. I'm realistic. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just going, go crazy. That 2008 Gator team, I put them at 4 because of the one loss. But that one loss sparked probably the greatest, hype speech in the history of
I
college
swear
football.
you'll
And
never
it,
see
and it's
anybody play hard as us. You'll never see
hey,
anybody play as tough as us. We'll never do anything
15
ever
minutes.
again
That
this
man, that man got a trophy like he Rocky. You know what I'm saying?
Tell them
That
Aaron
man,
Hernandez.
that man was that team, that team, that 30 for 30 gonna be crazy too. That 30 for 30 gonna be crazy. And we're gonna get there later. But that 30 for 30 about to be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. All right. So number three, I had to put, and it hurts my heart that I even had to put, what I'm saying, all these teams that's rivals against us.
Come on with it.
2013 Florida State.
Yeah.
Them boys had every position on the field to
Wait,
go
you
to
said
the NFL.
2013?
2013, that year they had Jameis. Their whole defense went.
Oh man.
That
Oh
whole team
yeah,
went to
yeah,
the
yeah,
NFL.
yeah, yeah.
Like
And they had Cook. They had Cook in the
yeah,
backfield.
they everybody
Devontae
they
Freeman.
had on that team went crazy. Like they all
Yeah,
went to the league. It's
yeah.
it's crazy when you see just their stats. So I gotta give 2013. Them boys, Jimbo had them boys rocking.
Yep.
Uh, my number two team, the 2004 USC team. The
Ooh.
2004.
Matt
Them-
Carroll. I mean,
Matt Line,
Matt
Reggie
Lyon,
Bush.
Reggie
It was
Bush.
that year that they was real hungry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That 2005, they were, they were just like, we the best team. They felt themselves. It was Hollywood.
they were
And
getting paid then. That money, the checks cleared.
the checks cleared. That's what it was. But that 2014, hey man, I don't know how you stop the thunder and lightning.
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
the
Reggie Bush
passing
and
game.
what's his name? What was the dude? Lindell White. What was his
Lindell White.
name? Woo.
Yeah, was it Reggie Williams on the outside?
Yeah. Oh
It
yeah, they
was
did have Reggie out there
yeah,
catching.
Taylor Mays in the back. It was some dudes that was on that team, man. That kind of get swept. And then my number one team, I got to give it to the 2001 Canes, man. Like
Yeah.
them, like what it, them dudes were the biggest, fastest, strongest, coolest,
They look different when they got
meanest.
on the field, bro.
Them boys
They
are
look different.
them boys was different from the top to the bottom, 2 man deep. I ain't never seen a team that could run past you, run through you, get up, punch you in the mouth, go kiss your girl at halftime, come back and do it again.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. I think they started like the mold for, like you said, being too deep at every position. Those guys started that when coaches said I wanted to be like the 2001 Miami. I need to have two interchangeable starters at every position, and we don't lose a tick. And they started that. I would definitely
Yeah,
say that, man. They started that.
that team.
Those, I
That
don't know how they recruited that class. Who was the coach then? Who was Miami coach in 2001? I don't even know.
I
I can't
forget.
remember who the coach was, but man, I have
But
to take my hats off to him in
they
recruiting because
that
that
recruit.
had to be crazy.
That's what they did. They locked down Florida. At the end of the day,
True. That's
they
true.
locked
That's
they,
true.
they locked they locked down their state, man, and that's where it gets into what Florida's trying to do this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm going on a tangent, but you know what I'm saying. As far as when you're a Florida school and you can keep the majority of the guy, you ain't gonna keep
The
everybody, but when
talent.
you can keep the majority of your
Nah.
talent, and that's as
Yeah.
Miami do it, they're gonna be a problem. If Florida State do it, they're gonna be a problem. And when we do it, we're gonna be the problem. And that's
Honestly,
just
but you know what though? It's hard for me to. I said we don't go too long into it, but just to say that can that ever happen again? Because I know, like you said, you can't get them all, but can y'all even get a majority? Because it's so many other schools like Bama, Georgia, Auburn that are still trying to go in there too and poach out talent. It's gonna take a hell of a recruiter. Which I ain't saying Mike Noble ain't. I ain't saying Crystal Ball ain't. I know Mike Novak. I'm gonna tell you right now. If FSU don't throw Dion the biggest check they can and get him, within the next year, they're gonna fall off. They're gonna fall behind everybody. I'm sorry, that
they
dude just
they missed that when they went rogue on Dion. I think that burnt that potential. I think
bro, that
he was
hurt. That
really
hurt. That hurt them.
yeah
That hurt.
the way
That
they
hurt
did
for real. When they brought in that coach, Mike Novell, and even when y'all say Uncle Luke ain't got no pull down there, but he's somebody. When Uncle Luke came out and disowned FSU, that I think hurt, man. That hurt with the local schools and the local parents because a lot of times the parents are still deeply involved in a lot of these kids. I know it's the kids' decision, but hell, your mama used to shake down for Uncle Luke. You don't think she gonna talk to him and say, Luke, what you think?
Especially
so you know what I'm saying? He got no pull like that. You know, man, this ain't the early 2000s, but any type of negative influence towards your team, like FSU and this FSU versus Dion thing, I don't think it's good for them. Period. Whether it's true, whether it's just a perception everybody from the outside has, is not a good thing to have. You got people burning their jerseys because Travis Hunter chose to go to Jackson State instead of FSU.
That's his job. My man, this ain't JSU, ain't Florida State Junior University. Man, that's his job. His job is to get the best players available.
Exactly.
And it's one player, fam. Like, you think Travis Hunter was about to come in there and just change your whole
They looking for a savior. They looking for a savior at FSU, man. FSU looking for a savior, bro.
It's not at this point. It's the thing, but one day we'll get into.
Yeah, we'll go back. We'll break down the schools, man, and talk about it.
Before we go, we want to take another little 30-second commercial break. Be Soul Radio. Shout out to them. Shout out to 910 Sports. All right, 30 seconds. We gone. All right, man. We back. All right, man. We're gonna dedicate the last 20 minutes to this last thing. You know what I'm saying? This was gonna get the people talking, man. This is why they're here. When you hear UGA and Florida, fans having a pod, you know what I'm saying? They come together, the folks gonna talk. 2008 Gator team versus 2021 UGA team. Who wins or who's better? Now, I'm polite, so I'm gonna let you stop. Because I'm gonna bring it home.
No. The champ. You know what? I don't mind, because I'm just gonna start. Every defense win championship. That's it. Claim the easiest way for me to put it. And those 2008 Gators, bro, y'all lost to Ole Miss. At least we lost to Bama, Heisman winning quarterback. Who was on that Ole Miss team that we can remember that beat y'all? Mm-hmm. We got Bryce Young, who probably gonna be the number 1 pick next year that we lost to. Will Anderson, who probably gonna be the number 2 pick next year. And then the wide receiver, Jameson, gonna be a number 1 pick this year. You just said Michi should have been a number 1 pick this year as well. So, yeah. The defense is going to win everything. Tebow, for the way the game was played back then, when y'all were the first version of that real, like, spread them out, let me get my quarterback to be a running back, man, Tebow would have been beat up so bad, it wouldn't even have been funny. When y'all had that Pouncey, did y'all have Pouncey Boy?
You sure did.
I love to see Pouncey Boy versus Jordan Davis and the rest of them guys, man.
I don't forget, we had Trouton too, the Penn State online coach. He's all SEC team. Like, it wasn't Ivy. It won't look. Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
The only thing I might have gave y'all is the wide receiver. That's the only position I can really look at y'all and say, man, them wide receivers will kind of way better than ours. But that defense that we had, man, we got Lewis Seen back there. And back then, you can knock people out legally. So we're going to play by 2008 rules? Oh, man. I don't even think y'all might have, it might have been the same thing that happened again in Jacksonville this year.
Oh, boy. You think so?
Yeah, I think so, man. Tebow, come on, man. We're going to make Tebow throw the ball. And he ain't throwing the ball in no tight windows like that. And then let's look at the coaching staff. Urban Meyer might be slightly better than Kirby.
You want to
talk about that one? Whoa. I'm taking Dan Lanning. I'm taking Dan Lanning over Charlie Strong. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And I love that brother. Charlie Strong, good dude. But I'm taking Dan Lanning over Charlie Strong. Tell me you not.
I'm taking Charlie Strong. At that
No.
time, he was a better coach. He wasn't just running somebody else's defense. At the end of the day, Dan Lanning, Dan Lanning is running Kirby defense. So next year, when that's why UGA defense ain't ever going to change. They can put in Muschamp. They can put in what's the my man Schumann. Everybody
Schumann is
put
the
in.
defensive coordinator, brother. Don't get into it. Schumann is gonna be the
Yes.
DC.
At the end of the day, they are running Kirby defense. Kirby defense. You could go out there and run Kirby defense. That's what it is. So we giving Dan Lanning a little bit too much credit. That's the first time on all them UGA posts, all them boards, they was like, Dan Lanning, oh, okay, well, good luck to him. We ain't really tripping. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations to the guy. Keep it moving. Now, recruiter, he's a great recruiter. And you know what I'm saying? He gonna do great things at Oregon, I think, recruiting wise. But we're not gonna act like he's some some genius up there calling defensive players.
He's not the defensive guru, huh?
No.
Y'all had Dan Mullen, right? I ain't gonna sit here and say I'm gonna take Todd Munchkin over Dan Mullen like that. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna be disrespectful like that. But they buy hand in hand, man. Come on, man. Come on. Look at our offense compared to y'all. All right, you got it. Yeah, you're right.
My man said munching.
You're right.
And
you're right. You're right.
I'm gonna say because when we beat y'all,
I ain't gonna see
2020, that was that was 92% offense, 8% defense, bro, that was 92% offense.
We started that game off good too, bro. I thought we were gonna win. We started that game off damn good.
Kyle was special, man.
Bro, I cut the game off.
And remember, that's without a run game. We ain't have a run game that season.
No, you didn't. That's why I said I don't think you. That's why this team wouldn't beat the 2021 Bulldog team. Only because y'all didn't have them dynamic backs.
Like no, I'm talking about 2020. I'm sorry. I'm talking about 2020. 2020 Gators, not 2008.
2008, y'all had who running the ball? Because I couldn't even remember who y'all had.
We had
Tebow. That's who y'all running back.
We had Jeffrey Dent. We had Rainey and Jeff Dent.
Rainey, yeah. Rainey was chopping us up. You right. Yeah, Rainey was
get the ball to that boy. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I baited you into this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to make sure my Gators got a highlight before we started the season, and it was all UGA championships and all that. I had to make sure we had our time. That 2008 Gator team would demolish UGA. You know why? Because they were 10 times better than Alabama's offense this year. You had Tebow.
Whoa, wait. Time out. So you just sat here and told me that the 2008 Gators were better than Bryce Young. That Bryce Young offense. That now at full health.
Yeah.
Michi, Jameson. Who y'all got out there to go? Percy Harvin. That's it. What's his name?
Harvin. We had Riley. We had
Cooper Riley. Come on, man.
Yeah, what's
Aaron Hernandez. Y'all had a lot of killers and racists. You right?
Hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I ain't saying we perfect. That 30 for 30 gonna hit. That 30 for 30 gonna hit.
Hey, you know what? I'll watch it dead for that, bro. Because
we had Caldwell. So you got to remember that these players we're not talking about pros. We're talking about in college.
In college. You know Robert Cooper was making the ball like that.
You had Aaron Hernandez.
What was tight end? Y'all had a tight end that was dynamic too. And I remember Darvin Jones knocking the ball out his hand going into the end zone. He was sitting there crying on the field with his face down. Who was that? Who was that tight end y'all had?
2008?
Reed? Nah, he was right after this.
No, I think it might have
been. It might have to be Jordan Reed.
Yeah.
But I think that was 2000, like what?
He was a baby. He was a baby at that time. It was Aaron Hernandez team.
That was his freshman year. He was a freshman. He was a freshman, actually.
Exactly. So we ain't worried about him. That was before he wasn't even like that. At the end of the day, the weakness of UGA defense was y'all DBs this year. The weakness of y'all defense was y'all DBs. Y'all DBs ate when y'all front seven got busy. When the team would
They
throw it up.
always getting busy. They gonna
But,
stay getting busy.
but Bryce Young is a better. We're not. He's a better
He better
passer
than Tebow.
than
Yes,
Tebow.
he
Yes,
better than
at
Tebow.
the end of the
Yes,
day.
sir. That's
However,
why I'm shocked that you
but
said
listen,
that. How can
but
you say that offense is not better than yours?
because when you put everybody together, who are you going to key on? You have
What do you
to.
mean?
You listen. You have to keep four. You have to keep a spy on Tebow. You have to.
Bro,
You have
no,
to.
listen, wait.
Listen. Listen.
So
You
so
have
this is
to.
not so you're not playing the 2008 UGA defense that's slow. These
I'm not.
defenses
I
now,
know. I know.
Nakobe Dean is gonna chase Tebow down.
That's
My
fine.
defensive line is going to chase Tebow down, bro. I ain't worried about Tebow slow ass getting off like he used to. Back then he did because defenses were built where they were so big and slow. Tebow was fast to them.
Listen. Tebow wasn't. Tebow wasn't. No, man, he was.
Man, come
But
on, man. This
but
2008,
listen. You talking about
2021.
running from the quarterback, right? Now a lot of the threat was the zone read, right? So you had that zone read from Rainey and Dip.
Yep,
So you got it.
yep.
So your front four and our front five, let's just say they cancel each other out. Right. You know what I'm
So
saying?
let's say
Let's
this.
just say
I equate the 2008 offense to the 2021 Arkansas offense. That's exactly what I would equate y'all to. Now, y'all had better skill players outside, but y'all's quarterback, all that's about the same as the two. This year's Arkansas team reminded me a lot of the Gator team because offensively they were very similar, very common.
quarterback wise, yes. But
Yeah.
again, and
That's
then with the offensive mind of Mullen back then, when he hungry, even this year as a head coach.
Did that hurt? Hey, did that hurt you to say that, bro? Did that hurt to say? I just want to know if that hurt to say because you said Mullen, then you started like I do.
No, because I look at it like this: not everybody is meant to be a head coach, but at the end of the day, we are not going to act like Mullen as an offensive play caller ain't that guy.
Yeah, he's good now. I give him that. He does.
Like
he's a great offensive coach. Like you said, he's not the head coach job ain't for him. I give you that. Yeah. Maybe not at a big school, put it like that.
Right. But as far as when he called them X's and O's, he can counter punch and do his thing on a level I think that's top notch in the country. Like just on all levels. The boy
Let me ask you this. Do you think that Gator defense in 2008 was better than the Bama defense of this year?
Absolutely. We're number 4 in the country. And let me run up some. And I knew you were going to ask that. So I just took down some names. Janoris Jenkins, Ahmad Black, Major Wright, Joe Hayden, Carlos Dunlap, Brandon Spikes. These are the dudes that was on that defense. You touch that ball over the middle and you might not get back up.
Their defense was stupid.
That defense was crazy. That was crazy. So you figure that defense, you can't run past us. You can't run through.
We're gonna run through you. Yeah, we run the ball on anybody.
Y'all didn't run the ball on us this year, and our defense was trash.
We ain't have to. Y'all kept throwing interceptions and all that.
Y'all played against the worst. Y'all played against us with the worst 3 years of Florida defense that we've ever had, ever. And y'all only got off running the game in 2019.
I don't know, man. Y'all
last year might have been the worst.
That might have been the worst. Yeah,
it was one of the worst historically defenses.
This year coming up gonna be bad too because y'all gonna have y'all got the number 52 recruiting class coming in. Oof.
We got the who?
Number what? 20, 25, 26 recruiting class coming in?
No, number 19. We started at 72. We started at 72. And now we have 7. And now I'm not worried about recruits because at the end of the day,
you go there, see, you should have kept the last coach. You see what you just said? I ain't worried about recruiting. You should have kept the last coach.
No.
You ain't worried about it either.
No, we're not keeping that soundbite. We're not keeping that soundbite. No, we care about recruiting. But what I'm saying is the team that we have.
Cut that point out for me.
That ain't what I mean. Don't take my words.
We don't care about recruiting.
Look, no, we care about recruiting. But what I'm saying is you have to look at our defense, right?
Yeah.
Our defense in the beginning, in the first half of the season, was up and down. We even held y'all in the first half. Y'all
Yeah,
defense,
first quarter, and then like
the
until
first
it
half.
got to
At the
like the
end, it was that they
last
gave
2 minutes of the end of the
yeah,
half. Yeah, y'all were good.
they gave up that end of that middle, the third, and on they gave up.
Yeah,
But as far as the defense, the same defense that held Bama, how they did, we had the players there. It's just the coaching was trash. The coaching was trash. You know
talking
what
about
I'm saying?
this year? You talking about this
Yeah,
year?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
This
y'all
year,
should have beat them, man. When
yeah,
y'all lost that game, bro. I'm telling you right then. That's when I said, "Dan Mullen, he got to go." You lost the locker room because
yeah.
that game would have turned y'all whole season.
We lost them. We lost the. Yeah, it probably would have. But that Kentucky game was when the air was
Yeah,
pushed out the balloon. That's
yeah.
when that's when
Yeah,
they
I think
pushed
you
out the
even
balloon.
came to me and was like, "Bro, that's it. I can't even."
At that point, it just it was just bad. And
Yeah,
but the thing is, the players didn't change. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? As far as the motivation and the drive and all that, a lot of that is leadership based. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. It is,
So
man.
we
You
didn't
got
really
it
lose.
started at the
I
top.
mean, we lost Bogle to Portal, which he was effective. He wasn't like a main guy in our main rotation, but he's going to be good at Michigan State. We lost Diabate, who's just a tackler. He wasn't making no big plays. He
Like,
just
like
was,
that.
So we didn't really lose any. And we Elam, who was down, he was hurt often. So we got a nice little youngin from UGA that came by. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's going to be in the
yeah,
mix.
yeah.
We
He
got,
good, man. He a good guy too, man. I wish him
yeah,
nothing
yeah,
but the
yeah,
best, man. I follow his mom, his aunt online. Like when I, I get a recruit, man. I see a recruit. I talk to him online on Twitter, man, and they family will start following me and stuff like that. So yeah, man, he a good kid, man. Seems like a good kid from
yeah.
everything we know, man. They see he like he a baller too, man. So it's
It's
cool,
gonna be
man.
good. And we got a motivated Britton Cox. You know what I'm saying? And that's not injured. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say not motivated because he was
Listen,
injured.
man.
He was
Listen.
injured. So this year,
He
you
want
see
his money, bro. He
you see
want
the
his
only
money. He is a
that
professional
man is
sack getter.
following one person on Twitter, and that's the Buckets Award. That's it. He is focused. My man focused this year. And you can see, and it's
Yeah.
crazy because when he flipped the switch, when he just
Completely
went
different
to,
player, bro. He a completely
it's
different player.
crazy. I've never seen anything like that to where a dude be like, you know what, let me just go kill this. And
Completely
just go
different
do it.
player, bro. And I don't understand because I look at what's the dude name that left Georgia went to Florida State? Jermaine Johnson.
Jermaine Johnson.
Bro, he wasn't really getting it like that either. But bro, when he
Right.
went and left UGA, he was a monster because of
Yeah.
what he learned. Brenton, same thing. I thought Brenton was gonna do the same thing, man. But I think it's like you said, like an effort issue, man. But I like Brenton Cox, man. I wish him them what the best.
Yeah, I think
He stay down the street from me, man. I here in Stockbridge. He's not far from me. His family not far from me, man. I wish some guys them but the best, man. But
yeah,
you
it's
just
gonna be great.
gotta want it, man. You gotta want it every play. That's all I
Yeah.
feel.
And I think you will. And I think I'm surprised. We're gonna lose guys after
Of course.
spring simply
Of course.
because the numbers, I think scholarship wise, we're over. But
Yeah.
we're keeping as long as we keep our main core of guys and we can, plug in where we need to. Our DBs and linebackers are set. You know what I'm saying? Our DNs are set. That D tackle spot, it's a little. We're gonna see what happens.
See, you know I got a problem with you saying all that is set and y'all defense was historically bad. For me, should nothing be
But
set.
it wasn't. But it
Nobody
wasn't
should
bad.
be set.
No,
Nobody
no, no,
should
no,
be
no. I
safe.
don't mean set as if. I mean, I'm talking about like depth wise.
Oh, talent wise.
I'm not talking about like.
Oh, okay.
Nobody. The only
Okay.
the only person position who's probably set on the team is Osiris Jones, the O line transfer.
Yeah.
Probably Ethan White, the O lineman, because he's probably the best one we had on the team since then. Maybe Marshall, the cornerback.
Yeah, he good. He a good player. He a baller.
And Dexter, Javon Dexter on the D tackle. Britton Cox.
Yeah, he gonna be y'all leader. He gonna be one of y'all.
Those are the only players that I'm like, yo, they got those positions. But everybody else is open for competition. And we got some dudes that if you saw towards the end of the season that got to play once Grant fired. We got Scooby.
Man,
we got some boys, especially from Georgia. We got some Georgia boys out there, man.
It's still Florida, man. It's still Florida. It's still Florida. It's still talent. You know, ain't no disrespect to y'all like that. You know,
Grantham
y'all
just
got to get the coaching together, man. And I ain't
yeah.
in no rush for y'all to do that, man. But yeah, it's been fun, man. It's been fun. We coming up on our last hour, man. It's been fun. Definitely want to appreciate everybody for tuning in and checking us out. Shout out to my wife. We do have a company as well. She do sponsor us and do a lot for us called Pure Romance by Tiff C. She's a relationship specialist, man. She
Hey,
anything you need as far as relationship wise, and
so that means y'all happy, boy.
yeah, bro, we happy over here,
Hey.
bro. You know, she keep relationships,
Okay.
keep happy, she keep married people married, and make sure single people are safe. So, just always want to make sure we, you know, what I'm saying, tune in, y'all. Check us out. We're gonna do this every Saturday morning, man. We're gonna have different topics. Of course, we'll be able to sprinkle in some of the recent stuff that's going on, any breaking news that's happening,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
hopefully get to the point we can roll right up into game day, man. Get the game going right after we get on. Get in here like our own game day, college game day version of things going on. I got a couple guys that played college ball for the University of Tennessee. That he does analyst. He does an analyst job now for the University of Tennessee. But he definitely said he willing to come on and talk with us too, so we get
Hey, look, we
one
gonna
of the
talk.
ball
He
guys.
know I don't care that he worked there. Hey, man. Hey, look, he gonna get this work.
You know it. You know it. You know it. You
But
know
yeah,
it.
man.
He close us out, bro.
But yeah, shout out to 910 Sports, to Icon for giving us this platform. 910 Sports Entertainment. We have a show that comes on Sundays at 8:15 Eastern Time where we cover all things sports. All sports, top to bottom. We usually have this Sunday we have a head coach from South Carolina, basketball coach. Her name is LaShonda Childs, Greenwood High School head basketball coach. So she's going to be on tomorrow. Um, we had a couple NFL guys come on. A couple recruits. So check us out. We have that show on Wednesday nights. We're on Stereo app. Where we just kind of check in during the week, see what's breaking news, things like that. But yeah, man, follow us, man. We definitely gonna be here, toe to toe sports. Every Saturday, man. We're gonna be here talking our trash, and we do this. Look, we do this when we not on.
Oh,
So we just was like, look, man, let's just put it on for the people so they can get a taste. Uh, we see we have a comment. Tony Perkins, UF this year, 7-5. Whatever. Who killed? Hey, I got to keep it professional. Shout out to B Soul Radio, who's going to be streaming this on her radio show. So definitely check that out. Coming out of Atlanta, and I'm not entertaining Hurricane fans until they become past a tropical storm. Right now, it's just a slight drizzle out of Miami. I mean, they ain't hurricanes no more. And yeah, in 2018 was smashed. 2021 UGA. I think we proved that. So that's it, man. You got anything left to say, Steve?
no, man. Appreciate everybody, man. Shout out to Icon, Jacob the Great, Crystal. Can't wait to get on with y'all in the morning, man. Hey, we out, man. Appreciate y'all. See y'all next week. Peace.